I am ending my free-to-play. This was in fact by design because the premise of the series on my channel is going to be balling on a budget, baby. That is the point of this. Free-to-play is amazing. I played Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play for the vast majority of the time. I played it before returning to the game a week ago. However, the Hell Hades free-to-play challenge is live right now. Everyone's doing it. Everyone and their mother is doing free-to-play. It's time for me to zag. If they're all zigging, I gots to be zagging. And that zag is going to be balling on a budget. Also, it's going to be fresh for me. If you guys don't know, I've built my whole other YouTube channel on free-to-play. I've been strictly free-to-play for over 3 years across like 6 different gacha games I've played in that time. I love free-to-play, but I want a little taste of the other side of the fence. I believe spender content, or at least low spender, you can be the judge if the budget we're setting for every month is going to be low spender. I think it's more accessible to some players, to some viewers. Let me know if you agree in the comments, but essentially, I think a lot of people do spend at least a little money. I think I'm actually not in a small minority, but in a minority of players that never spends full stop. Historically, even if there was a pack that was like $1 for 5 legendary champions, I would not have bought it, just out of principle. And I kind of want to change that principle, at least for how I'm approaching my return to Raid Shadow Legends. If you're new here, I played Raid for like 3.5 years, then I haven't played in the past 3 years. I'm back, baby. I kind of want to do this thing in style and hopefully make really accessible content. I'm not going to wail. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to be somewhere in that low spender to mid spender range. So without further ado, fireworks, let's reveal the budget. The budget's going to be $75 a month, full stop. There's going to be one rule I'll make. If ever there's something really spicy, I'll allow myself to spend up to $25 more, but that requires me to reduce the extra I spent from the following month. So let's say one month I spend $87. That means I have to subtract $12 because I went $12 over budget from the next month. So I'll have to spend $63 max the next month. It also goes the other way. If I don't see packs I want one month, maybe I'll spend $50, a little simpler that way. I reduce the 20. I'm not allowing myself to add more than 20 or reduce more than 20. I'll reduce the 25. I will not allow myself to go more than $25 over or under budget. So I'm locked into that $50 to $100 range. But let's say one month there's nothing I really want. I go down to $50. That means the next month I can go up to 100, and I actually have to do that to maintain the budget I'm setting. So I'm averaging $75 per month over a 2-month span at all times, never with any more variance than plus or minus $24. You with me? That's what we're doing. So I think this is somewhere in between low spender and mid spender. It all depends upon how you view Raid Shadow Legends. So to outline simply how the budget is going to work, I have to spend exactly $150 every 2 months, averaging $75 a month. Obviously, never spending less than $50 and never spending more than $100. And to be clear, it's always $75 a month, the $150 over 2 months, and the needing to spend extra or less to accommodate that only triggers when there is a month that I over or underspend my $75 budget. You know, 60 to 70 bucks can get you a AAA game on a console or on your PC. So 75 bucks a month may seem like a lot, but for these games, these gacha games, if you get really into it and you play several hours a day, every single day, I actually think 75 is pretty reasonable. And I did look through every single pack they offer. Obviously some come and go, but I've checked all the permanent packs and then whatever's been popping up in the shop the past week. And 75 bucks just feels like it's going to get you just enough to make a difference, but it's not too much to make my account inaccessible. So I really do think it's that kind of sweet spot. I consulted with a ton of viewers as well. Every time I'm streaming, I'm getting advice from you guys. So thank you so much. And additionally, I've spoken with a lot of content creators that have been doing this a long time, both free to play and as big spenders. I want to give the biggest shout out to Smiley TK. We went back and forth for a while. Smiley TK really is kind of an expert in finding the true value of these packs, how much they actually should be worth. But I consulted with him. He gave a lot of good advice. We are going to buy 3 out of the 4 of them in this video, and I'll explain my reasoning. The 4th one we cannot buy because we haven't unlocked it yet, but I will be unlocking it in like a day or 2. Don't worry, I'll catch you up to speed. I'll explain all of this in the video. So let's get into it. Let's start off with the #1 no-brainer that was literally recommended to me by every single player and every content creator I spoke with, and that is the Daily Gems pack. Typically in Raid Shadow Legends, it seems spenders value gems at $1 per 100 gems. So 100 gems is $1. You can see here for $10 USD, we are getting over 2,000 gems at 2,140. Yes, you have to get this over a month's time, so you have to be patient, but you very much are rewarded for your patience as you're spending less than 47 cents per 100 diamonds. This is a good deal if you are going to spend. Everything in this video comes with the major caveat if you are going to spend, but if you are, this is the best bang for your buck in the game. Everyone has told me that. I truly believe it. I've played enough these games. I used to spend many years ago. I get it. Before we click that button, I do want to point out there's this special thing over here. These are one-time first purchase rewards, so it's a little extra incentive for those first purchases. We're not going to get the last one here today because there's no pack that I want right now for $34.99 or more, but we'll get this any purchase one, and we'll get this $14.99 in a second. So something to be mindful of if you want to just dip the tiniest toesy in the water and get out. Let's do it, though. Let's rip off that Band-Aid. Also, I do want to mention I am on Google Play through an emulator right now. This is the way to do it, I think. I spoke with some people, and this way you at least get some play points. You get a little money back if you're going to buy stuff in the future, whether that be in Raid or anything else through the Play Store. Everything else, there's no kind of rebate like that. There's no little perk, no little gimme. All right, let's go. Let's do it. One moment while I enter my password. All right, there we go. Payment successful. They're trying to push other stuff on me. Not right now, baby. Not right now. Officially, it is broken. We have spent money. The free-to-play is dead. We are now balling on a budget that is $10 towards our 75 pack one done. You get a little extra juice at the beginning, starting off with 250. Then it is 50 a day until day 15, where you get another 200. Then it is 60 a day until day 30, where you get a final 200. So you got to be patient, but you are indeed going to get that value if you want to spend and get a little boost. All right, next one, we actually have to leave the shop, believe it or not, to get this deal. And I think I've gotten a little pushback, but a lot of people have agreed with me heavily on this. I think this is a no-brainer buy for a spender if you are starting the game, which you are if it's available to you, because it is the Apprentice Pass, the advanced version. So the rewards here are not the juiciest for a mid or late or end game player, but the boost this is going to give us as an early game player, I do believe is fairly invaluable. Well, there's a value on it, but I believe that value is greater than the $15 it costs. You'll see before you get deep in the pass like me, you can spend an extra $10, I believe, to buy extra levels. Don't do that. You're going to get there. Don't be impatient. Just save your money, but absolutely buy this $14.99. And you'll see we've unlocked this. We're going to unlock the next one too. It will also come with 1 ancient shard, 3 times rank 4 chickens, and 20 random brews. Pretty dang solid. I'm going to leave these collections here now until I actually need them, or at least this static energy over there. But let's go. Let's get into it. I think this is good value. 4 epic skill tomes. It is hard to get books early in this game. 5 5-star chickens. That is an instant 6-star hero. 4 4-star chickens. That is an instant 5-star hero or 5-star fodder. Lots of ascension materials. You can use them straight for Rector. You also do get Rector, who's a phenomenal epic in this game with this pass. But of course, if you use my link in the description, you get her for free. But this is a free faction guardian to pair with the one you get for free from my link. By the way, my link, best one in the game. You also get Corrado, an amazing legendary hero for free, as well as Rector, as we said, and 2 other awesome epics, Uugo and Tagoar, for a grand total of 4 fantastic champions. So the 4 skill tomes for epics, I want those. The instant 6-star, the instant 5-star, the ascension materials, and then we get 12 random pieces of 5-star epic gear. Not too thrilling, but if we hit, it can help us early. A lot of brews that actually will help with our champ training, with our fodder, with leveling up our heroes, some auto battles, and then 2 million silver. The last few things are not the craziest thing in the world, but for 15 bucks, getting the great hero, getting the 4 books, getting the 5 5-stars and the 4 4-stars, I like it. I do think this is a value, and we are going to snag that. Give me one moment. All right, boom, 15 play points, payment successful. We've now spent $25. I'm always just going to round up from that 99. The Apprentice Pass rewards have been unlocked. And you can see I'm not going to collect it now, but I can get all of that stuff. Let's keep going. And this is the 3rd and final pack we are buying in this video. It will bring us to $55. We'll have $20 left over for one more thing that I will discuss later. This was heavily recommended to me, specifically by Smiley TK. I do not think this is a must buy. Obviously, at that point, you've become a bigger spender, going from 25 where we're at now up to 55. But if you like ripping summons, if you want to be a little more competitive in the fusions, and quite frankly, for me, I want to make content and I want to have stuff to pull, I think it's a good value. I do think it's a good value. These sacred shards are hard to come by. You get 3 of the voids, also hard to get. 5 ancients, that's solid. Maybe it's like $1 an ancient, maybe a little less. And then the 800 diamonds absolutely helps. That 800 gems is an instant full unlock of masteries for a hero. If you're a new player trying to get your masteries faster, skip a little Minotaur. Or if you want, it is 100 gems away from the 900 you need to get 11 ancient shards from the gem shop. And then the energy is great. You need energy early on, later on, at all points. That is the name of the game. Like I said, I think this is a good buy. It is a good value. It is not a must buy. There are other options. I'll mention a couple quick honorable mentions at the end of the video, but I've decided this is going to be purchase number 3 of 4 and the third one today. Let's tap that button. There we have it. Payment successful. Another 30 play points. We are now up to $55. So where will I be spending those final $20? That is going to be on the Forge Pass. However, the Forge Pass does not unlock until account level 40. I'm only at 37, so probably in about 2 days, I'll be at account level 40, maybe 3 days, and I will get the Forge Pass. Something to consider, it really matters what Forge Pass is live when you go to buy this. It is not a must buy every time, but this rotation is really good. This came extremely highly recommended by many players and many content creators, this rotation, so I am going to jump on it. But other rotations, definitely look for advice from me or other people. And if it's not obvious, I am going to be doing low spender advice videos if that's something you guys want and you think will help. But that's where our final $20 this month is gonna go. So that will be to the Forge Pass. But there we are, $55 in. Feeling pretty good, feeling pretty weird. I haven't spent in one of these games in a long ass time. Before we wrap it up and we say a final goodbye to our free-to-play status and become an absolute budget baller, let's do some quick shout outs to some honorable mention packs. So the stamina pack, or the daily energy pack, is pretty dang solid. 17 full pots. The amount of energy that is, it depends how high your account level is, but it's pretty solid. And then 2,650 static energy that you can collect over this period of time. You're collecting all of it actually, along with the auto battles. This is solid, especially if you want to play a lot. This kind of leaves great value and heads into decent value, good value. For me, as like a moderate spender, we can call it, or a low mid spender, I did not think this was enough, but if you have a slightly bigger budget or different priorities, it could be a really solid buy. All right, 2 more honorable mentions. We're saving the last one for last because it's kind of spicy and I might even go for it, but I do want to talk about this deal right here, the Ultra Mix Pack. For me, this ain't it. Like, no sacred, so no guaranteed epic. Primals are spicy though, so if you're the kind of player that really wants to go for the mythicals, I think this is an okay value. I wish it had a bit more gems. I wish it had a bit more stamina. But again, it depends on what your priorities are, what kind of spender you are, how big your budget is. I do want to make clear though, set a budget and stick to it. That's very much going to be the point of what I'm doing here. We're going to stick to that budget within all the parameters we set. But for $30, these seem really hard to come by. I think it's an okay value. The final thing, in Raid Shadow Legends, whenever you hit level 7, and you'll see I'm on level 37, there's this deal right here that pops up, the Special Progress Pack. I think it kind of changes depending on how much you've been spending and how deep in the game you are, but it's a really good value for Sacred Shards. Really good value. It depends if you're a spender or not. But if you're a spender and you want to spend on shards, it's a good option. So this is coming out to $7.50 a shard. That is much cheaper than we normally see. It kind of comes, it kind of goes. I don't know if I want to jump on it. So we could, that with the Forge Pass, we'd go up to $90, which means month 2, we'd go down to $60, 75 minus 15. I am on the fence. I'm about to go live on stream, so I'm going to ask my chat if they think I should go for it. I'm leaning towards no, but you can wait till the next video that I mention this and you'll find out if I decided to do it. I think very likely I will not, but for some of you, especially those of you that love ripping summons, gambling a bit, taking chances, it is a solid value. All right, let's take a moment of silence to lay to rest the free-to-play status. All right, baby, it is gone. Officially, we are balling on a budget. We're going to call ourselves the Budget Boys. If you want to be one of the Budget Boys, let me know in the comments. Do not say that that nickname is cringe. You would be right, but you would be mean. This was a very strange video for me to make, to film. It was weird spending in these games, but it is a new chapter on this account, Fastidious Gaming. If you're not yet subscribed, be sure to do it. If you're not yet playing Raid and you want to, use my link in the description, the Fasti link. That all being said, share it with your mother, and I'll see you real soon.
Fastidious.